about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, are you a wild Florida man with some great stories? If so, HBO is looking for you for season 2 of It's Florida, Man. I still need to watch season 1. It looks pretty good, and I haven't checked it out yet. In the first season, what HBO took was featured published stories like what we always showcase here in the Whacked Out News. So if you listen to the Whacked Out News every day, you're like, oh my gosh, I remember that. But now what they're looking for is they're looking for any and all crazy and unbelievable true stories that take place in Florida.
And not all of them are, cracked out,
Right.
trying to bite people kind of stories. There's some really crazy but interesting Florida man stories out there.
So they're expanding a bit. They're going to start filming this April. And if you feel like you've got a story they might be interested in, you can go to itsfloridaman.com and get a hold of them there and submit your story, and they'll be in touch. And maybe you could be on season 2 on HBO of It's Florida, Man.
Man? Mm-hmm. We do some dumb S-bomb.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we're calling out Florida man for doing S-bomb as I'm looking at the biggest owl talon welt on your forehead.
Yeah.
I am Florida Man.
We are the Florida Man Show.
Yes, this is Florida Man. You're in it.
I would say if there's any Florida Man show, it has to be this show. There's nobody that does dumber things than we do.
You're just as Florida Man as me.
Oh, I'm the most Florida man we got.
Yeah. Well, there is a Florida man who escaped Florida Highway Patrol troopers in Pasco County. And apparently he did it with one hand cuffed behind his back. Now, apparently what happened, there was a traffic stop. And before they caught up with him the following day, he got away with just one hand cuffed. They got him for reckless driving, fleeing assault of law enforcement, resisting with violence, and possession of meth, among other charges. And what makes this story so unique is not the car chase, not the fact that he had one hand handcuffed, but the fact he was in a Dalmatian onesie. And if you're watching KVJ TV, you can see that photo up there on YouTube of this guy just in a Dalmatian onesie. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Something on a onesie, it brings out the werewolf in a person.
It does. Yeah, absolutely. So that is a great Florida man story. Seeing that guy just kind of like hanging out there right by the car and doing a car chase. And if you're a FHP officer, you're going to be like, am I really chasing a guy in a Dalmatian onesie right now who's loaded down with meth?
I'm legit. I am out of onesies pretty much. I got to get back out there.
Onesies are so comfy.
I got rid of them all.
Why?
They're just taking up so much. I had so many onesies, Virginia.
Well, Miami Beach does not want Florida man stories. They don't want stories from anybody anywhere. They just want to be quiet. And they have come out with a reality show looking promo saying that Miami Beach is not a party destination.
I would disagree.
Well, they're trying to change the tone, and here's what it sounds like in the commercial they have created for people out of state who think they're going to act a fool and get all drunk on Miami Beach for spring break.
Miami Beach! You got this sick penthouse view in Miami Beach.
Once we got to Miami Beach, things went downhill fast.
Is this for us?
What's going on?
You're drinking in public. That's not allowed. The speaker, that's not allowed.
Rule after rule after rule.
What do you want me to do?
I don't want you to.
We didn't know the rules.
Are you right now?
This is so annoying.
Guys, they're saying expect curfews.
Potential curfews. Are you kidding me?
I'm not staying in a hotel all spring break.
So sick of crying.
In fact, Miami Beach wants to let you know how unfun they are.
Well, just play me that commercial and I'll never go.
Yeah.
That was so annoying.
They've got curfews, DUI checkpoints, and $100 parking fees.
Wow.
They're not playing around, and they want to let you know the beach access closes at 6 p.m., liquor stores shut down by 8 p.m., and sidewalk seating on Ocean Drive is off limits on peak weekends. Plus, they're going to have drones, police, and license plate readers watching your every single move.
It's getting to a point now where drones are able to see everything from the sky. So if you got your phone out, they can read it, Virginia.
Mm-hmm. So if you're looking to the weekends of March 13th and 20th, Miami Beach is not for you. for spring break.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, that commercial kind of made me not want to go.
It took all the fun out of spring break.
Yeah, they're happy. They did not have one shooting last year. So they did this campaign or a similar campaign last year, and they're trying to get the word out that not going to be fun. This is not a party place.
Remember Cousin Callie was down there in the thick of it, and somebody pulled a gun, and then a stampede happened?
They pulled a gun on her?
Not on her, but on like the people, like 3 people behind her
Yeah.
walking down the street. People had a stampede.
I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. It got real nutty. People were getting shot, and they said, we've had enough. So they are really letting spring breakers know that this is not the place for you.
Yeah, I mean, don't complain when there's no murder. Oh my God, no. They're taking away all the fun. Yeah, but 0 people got shot.
With the fun came murder,
Yes.
so we gotta curtail the fun.
A drunk driver in Connecticut was so sloshed on Saturday he didn't realize he was missing a tire. And cops say the rim was emitting large plumes of smoke, and he had no idea until they pulled him over.
They've got a lot of these videos. It was this one girl, she was driving with the, I guess she hit a tree.
Okay.
And the tree branch was sticking out of her car, but she didn't realize that. And the cop pulls her over and goes, you know you have a tree sticking out of your car? A tree? What?
Wow.
Like, I mean, that's how blacked out
It's a
drunk she
bad
was.
look, honey.
Yep. There's a Minnesota senator who's seeking to reverse a 2024 law banning the consumption of nuisance beavers.
I think I have one of those.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants you to be able to eat beaver again. So this is what he's trying to repel.
Jay-Bird, would you be on that platform?
Let's do it.
Now, right now, homeowners can trap or kill beavers, causing damage, but they cannot eat them. So I know that's got to be a real bummer if you go there, they go, well, I got to eat it, right?
Well, I got this beaver. It's perfectly good eating.
Yeah,
I can't just let it go.
right. Not going to look a gift beaver in the mouth. But Senator Grant Hochland's bill will propose removing the ban, and it is not going unchallenged. Senator Steve Green is saying, yeah, I don't think that we need people trapping and eating beavers around here. So that is going to be a big fight. That's what they're taking on in their Senate chambers. So, interesting little fight. Well, Dylan Rockwell used a homemade barcode inscribed ring at an Idaho Walmart self-checkout to pay the price of a can of soup for pricey goods. He allegedly admitted to ripping off the store on several occasions and was finally caught after ringing up the price of a can of tomato soup for a $300 grill at Walmart. See how he make that little switcheroo?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so he used the makeshift ring, which was inscribed with the cheap barcode, to wave over the reader when left unattended at the self-checkout line.
Ah.
They are hip to you.
They
Can't believe
see
that.
you. The eye in the sky. Don't miss it now.
It don't.
They got wise to those trickeries.
Yep.
And I've heard, and I'm not sure how true this is, that some stores, if they know they got a repeat offender, they let them get up to a certain amount, so when they do go to jail, they're getting serious charges.
Yeah, like a
Over
real
5
strong felony.
Yes.
Yeah.
And trying to make a point about gun laws, one man who is blind went out and got his concealed carry permit.
It just went very smoothly and normally, and nobody seemed to think anything about it. It was mind-boggling. I thought at the last second somebody would go, wait a minute, and it just would not get approved. I'd get a letter that explained, listen, you can't aim a gun or put a bullet where it's supposed to go, so we're not going to give you this permit. I think competency with a lethal weapon is the bare minimum we can do.
Okay, so you don't need sight to get yourself concealed carries.
Guarantee he shoots better than I do.
Yeah, right. It'd be an interesting challenge. We should do a competition.
I don't have good aim.
Any blind guys want to go to a shooting range and take on the bird? I'd like to see that. And ironically, an AI company known as Anthropic is asking job applicants to not use AI in their applications.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
They can tell.
Yeah, we love AI, just don't use it when you're applying for this job.
No.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.